Welcome back. I'm Russ Rollins, along with Angel and Carlos and Ryan. And Trevor is here from Port Orange Boxing and DeLand Boxing. That's who Carlos works out with. And really nice guy who I super enjoyed when we went out there and did a live show that time. It was great. I really enjoyed working out with you that time. And I wish you were closer to me because I would definitely do it. You had a question for the audience, and you said it to me. And I'm like, ooh, hold on to that. Because I don't believe I've ever said this before. So what's your question? And I'll tell you what it sparked in my brain.
So, obviously a lot of these famous fighters start off taking these amateur boxing shows like we're promoting on Saturday.
Right.
So the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, was an amateur boxing, won a gold medal in the Olympics. So my question is, why did Muhammad Ali start boxing and how old was he?
When you ask that question, I will tell you something that has been in my family forever. And I've never said anything because I never believed him. And I'm like, okay, Dad, okay, right, whatever. My dad has always used to claim that when he lived in Charleston, West Virginia, and this guy named Angelo brought this kid through, because my dad used to go and my dad used to amateur box, and he brought this kid through, Cassius Clay, and he boxed with Cassius Clay, and he said they tied, Your
dad.
My dad claimed forever that in Charleston, West Virginia, this guy Angelo brought this guy named Cassius Clay through, and he was the only one that would get up in the ring with him and box. And he's like, I held my own, but boy, he was good. And and I'm like, Dad, and I've never said this because I'm like, come on, Dad. So.
How old was your dad?
Okay, he was young. I think he was 13, 14.
Wow.
Okay, so do you think there's any possibility Cassius Clay with Angelo Dundee went through Charleston, West Virginia, an amateur boxing tour? Because that's allegedly this kid was on a tour and was in Charleston, West Virginia. Is there any possibility that story is real?
No, absolutely. I mean, Muhammad was from, Cassius Clay was from Louisville, Kentucky. And so, when you go to these boxing shows, kind of like our one on Saturday, we've got gyms coming from the whole state of Florida and from out of state because they want to get fights.
He knew Angelo Dundee when he was that young?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So why did he start boxing, as you're asking?
Why did he start boxing? And this is very pertinent to what we do, because everybody's got a reason why they start boxing. Some is because they're being bullied and they want to defend themselves. Some's for self-esteem. The kids want to get better self-esteem, and that's what you see. But so why did Muhammad start boxing?
Well, I don't know, but I remember Tyson always saying, I'm not Muhammad Ali the God. He's good looking. He came from a good family. I'm more like Joe Frazier. I come from the gutter. I'm a dirt. I'm nothing. I have to fight. I'm a warrior. So did he start, was he not good at another sport? And so he had to play that. Was he not good at baseball maybe?
No.
Damn it. That was a horrible guess.
What do you think, Ryan? Why do you think Cassius Clay started boxing?
He wanted to defend his siblings or mother.
Good one, but no.
He was getting bullied?
Nope.
Russ, come on. Say he fought your dad one time, and he realized this is his new...
Yeah, he wanted to beat up Russ's dad.
Maybe I don't know if they were poor. I don't know if he was poor, but maybe he thought his way out of, if he became the world champion, it could get his parents and get his family out of the gutter or something.
No, that wasn't it.
What was it?
When he was 12 years old, someone stole his bicycle.
Damn.
And he had a bicycle. He loved his bicycle. Someone stole it, and the policeman, he was mad, and he said, I want to learn to box. So he goes, I catch that guy that stole my bicycle. I'm going to show him a thing or two. And he actually, a local police officer got him into the boxing gym. But it was because he had his bicycle stolen.
I'll be damn.
And the DeLand Police Athletic League puts on the boxing match this Saturday.
And the guy who stole his bike, Russ's dad.
Ray Rollins.
I'm keeping this bike, boy.
How old was he when he started boxing?
So he was 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Still hard to believe.
Yeah.
But he told that story so many, and I never repeated it because that's ridiculous. You didn't fight Cassius Clay, but
that's
he swear-
it could be possible.
He
quite
swears.
Possible. Yeah,
Yeah, I
and-
mean, it is a regional thing. I noticed that when I was announcing. I'll be announcing this Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. at DeLand Middle, and they're from Tampa, they're from Jacksonville, they're from all these different places, because that's how you got to find these places and come out. It's like travel ball. It's like that's kind of like the best kind of parallel, I would say, with this. With boxing.
Yeah, and the thing is some of these kids, this is their way to build experience, go to the Olympic trials.
Yep.
Which Muhammad Ali, boxed in the Olympics. But Angelo, funnily enough, told me a story which would pertain to your dad. He said that a young Cassius Clay came to see him one day and told him, "I'm going to be champion of the world one day." And he talked to Angelo, and he left, and Angelo said, "Man, that kid's some kind of nut. I wonder if he'll be good one day."
And ends up being the greatest of all
worked out,
time.
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Hey, so when you're watching, what's the age that of people that come to your gym?
So we have an awesome kids program for kids between the ages of 6 and 11. And then once you hit 12 and up, you can jump in the adult classes, which is great because we have, like Carlos and his daughter. And so we have mothers and sons and fathers and sons and mothers and daughters. So really, it's from age 6 all the way up to I got guys in their 60s and 70s taking these boxing classes.
Have you seen any kids that you think, that kid's got potential? That kid really could be good.
So I got to give a shout out to our guys that are fighting Saturday. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Here we go.
Some love to the guys in the club. Come on.
So out of the Port Orange gym, we got Darian and Jaden. Awesome guys. Darian's having his second fight, and Jaden's on his first fight. And out the DeLand gym, we have Cole, Dylan, Eric, and Aaron.
Nice.
How old are they?
So
Tell them about some of those boys, man.
So
I train with them.
One of the things that I want to say about, and specifically 2 of the guys is, I remember these kids coming in. Cole was 14 years old, 300 and something pounds, and his mum, he brought him by the gym, and she said, I hope he likes this. And this kid, man, I remember him walking in, at 14, over 300 pounds. Now he's like training hard. He's 15 years old. He's down to like 265.
Awesome. Oh, wow.
And he's having his first fight.
Wow.
And the difference I've seen in this kid, having lost the weight, the confidence,
Self-esteem.
Everything.
He's always there. He's always there.
Yeah.
Him and his guys, and they're training twice a day, and they're taking it so seriously. I love those stories every time, and it happens daily. You see this happening all the time. It takes action to break out of a mentality sometimes, and it's not. Trevor's not like, get off the floor. You don't know. It's just like, hey, welcome, and take it at your own pace, and we're gonna be there for you.
I truly wish I didn't live with a 45-minute drive from you, because the way you teach and the level of comfortability for someone like me who came in with really no experience in how to do it properly, I found so refreshing. And every single day I'm like, God, maybe I should just sign up and go over there, because it does from far away seem very intimidating.
Sure.
Because you see what a boxing gym is in the movie, and it's a bunch of sweaty, big guys that are very aggressive. And this, we had little Karen out there, and she was doing it. And it's such a, everybody I talked to that was there from the day we went to Port Orange, they were like, it's a community that you're also building at the same time. So, everybody's got everybody's back. It was really cool.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, people come. I trained a lady last night. And she was within 10 minutes, she was boxing. I said, look at you. We've been going 10 minutes. You never boxed in your life. And I'm standing back now and you're boxing. And it's that easy to learn. And like I said, the self-esteem, the non-bullying aspect of these kids, like Dylan. Dylan, I was friends with his mom. My wife and his mum were friends. Our daughters did cheerleading together, and she's like, "Oh, I think I'll bring Dylan by the boxing gym." And he was all quiet and head down. And now this kid's like badass, 3-0, head held high. He's having his fourth fight.
Even if you never get in the ring, though, I would just think that the confidence of knowing that, hey, if I had to, I could defend myself. There's a lot. We talked about this the other day. A lot of people that don't even know how to throw a punch.
Majority of people.
It is a mystery to them. And if you go and do that, it's a great way to work out. And you feel like if something, God forbid, something happened, I could defend myself.
Yes.
Much better.
That's what I tell my girls. I've taught my daughters how to throw a punch. I've taught some of the softball girls, and especially when they came in, I brought my entire softball girls team to train with Trevor, and he put them through. They loved it. Not one time did he go, now go out there and hit a girl in the face and get things started because you're going to be able to handle. No. It's just we live with this fear of like, ooh, let's say something does happen. What if I do have to handle myself? And for them to have that confidence is just huge. And then all those skills translate to the field as well.
Yeah. Hey, but when you're coaching them about with boxing and stuff, like all the people that'll be boxing this week, you've coached all of them, right?
Well, I've coached everybody from my gym. Obviously, we go 25 fights, gyms from all over Florida.
You're fighting from other gyms.
Right.
Oh,
other
yeah,
gyms.
no,
Yeah,
there's
Oh, it's like a Cobra Kai situation.
there's
they
25
come in,
fights, yeah. And here's the cool thing
It's
about
the DeLand Valley Championships.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, and here's the cool thing about these boxing fights is that they're 3 2-minute rounds, and Carlos will tell you because he's the ring announcer. But these fights move. Like it's not like you sit there waiting 30 minutes for the next fight to come out, and there's music, and then they do it. No, every couple of minutes there's another fight and another fight.
So you won't be bored.
No, not at all. And you've got kids from 8 up to guys in their 30s fighting. So you could, like Ryan could go there and say, man, there's a guy about my age, my weight. I could take him.
Yeah, I would pay for that. I would pay.
Do you have a
I would
specific,
pay for that.
a specific kind of class where like you bring in a stepdad, like a guy who's like
It's
maybe
a themed session.
Yeah, he's maybe like 15, 20 years older than me. Not a decrepit guy, like a guy that could fight back. And then I fight this stepdad.
This
because
guy's
mine's
gotta have-
dead,
Yeah,
and I never got to fight him.
this
You
guy's
got
gotta
a
have-
T-shirt that says Ryan Stepdad.
Yeah.
And he's got to have the smell of beer on him.
Yes, I
The-
would
the
do it. He's
smell
got to
of-
be a little drunk too.
Oh my gosh! There's like smash rooms, Angel. That go you break things like so. Trevor, here's a new way to make money.
Yeah.
You get a book of dudes who are pro fighters, right? And you're like, and Ryan's like, I remember Randy, man. That's he had a beard. And you're like, you go to the beard section. What else did he have?
Yeah.
You're like, did he have a mullet? What is like a guess who? It's like
I
a
like this.
reverse
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
who. Like,
It looks just like Ryan's ex-stepdad.
would you like to fight Bill out of Tavares, who looks like your stepdad? We'll call him Rick, and then you charge him like $1,000.
I'd pay it right now. Right now. You know how cathartic that would be?
And it's a total fix, right?
Yeah. And I get to win every time. If I paid $1,000, I get to win the fight.
No, you can't. No, you're gonna have to actually win.
You gotta. That's
Yeah,
the
on you.
ultimate challenge.
Yeah, that's on you, man.
We lead you to the water of beating your old stepdad.
Yeah, and I got to give him a list of things to yell at me while he's punching me, like video game's not a job. You'll never amount to anything. Your mom's a good lay. Don't do that.
Keep going. Keep going. We're signing them up right now.
Yeah,
Go to
yeah.
DeLand Boxing and Fitness.
Slash stepdad challenge. Yeah.
So, Carlos, you're the announcer this week.
Yes, I
And
am.
it's Friday night or Saturday.
So it's Friday day. The doors open at 1. Fights start at 2. Like I said, there'll be 25 fights. It will go on to 6 or 7 o'clock. And I got to tell you, thank you, Carlos. I know you're doing this because we're friends.
It's Saturday, March 9th.
Saturday, March 9th. But
You
I
said
know
Friday.
Carlos
Yeah,
has
yeah.
helped. Sorry, Saturday,
Yeah.
March
I was
9th.
like, can't make it.
And,
No, it's Saturday, March 9th. So go ahead, Trevor.
But the difference of having Carlos as a ring announcer is phenomenal. I mean, he makes it so much fun. He does have to bite his tongue sometimes because his comic value comes out. But
Yes.
he's
Or
awesome.
he starts rooting for other guys. It's like, you're impartial.
Oh yeah, you got to be impartial.
Well, I'm not a judge, but I try and give love. I'm definitely not commentating. That would be a whole different thing because I would have to pull back Roxy, like how I used to do it. I'd have to really pull back. There's kids there too, so I try and find. Thanks. I try and find a balance, have a little fun out there, but
is it the boxing ring that we saw in DeLand? Is that where it is? The outside boxing ring?
No, it's in the DeLand Middle School, but it's the same ring, right?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot competition boxing ring. It will be in the DeLand Middle School. So it's a great auditorium because they have bleachers.
Yeah.
There's not a bad seat. On Saturday, just get there early, get there 1 o'clock and get your tickets and 25 fights, guys.
Well, you know what I did last time, Trevor, and I told you this, and I think I told you guys. So, of course, when you're a fighter, what's one of the most important things when you're a fighter?
The music that you walk out to.
That's true, and that's my goal behind it is to take it very seriously. Wear my suit, make it Vegas feel, make them feel as if they're walking and be like, I remember my first fight. This bald guy, he really and Trevor put it on, like to
Give
have
them the real experience.
Yeah, right.
They worked hard to get here.
And so one of those things, as I was doing it, I was looking at the list of names. I was like, well, they need nicknames.
Oh, yeah. You gotta
They
be
need
a
nicknames. So I would go to each one of the fighters and I'd be like, well, what's your nickname? Some had it immediately. Boom. Sweet Sugar. I'm like, oh, sweet. Like, yeah, my coach called me that. I'm like, cool. Then some would be like,
I don't have
Man,
one.
I don't have one. I'm like, I'm telling you right now.
Gotta come up with
you
one,
need
yeah.
one. You need one. And
I
then
might
they-
as well work on that.
Yeah, you might have worked on. And then some were like, no, just say my name. And I'm like, I know.
No, you need a nickname,
I was
bro.
like, this is prize fighting. You do this to Pete. So I'll do that a little bit ahead of time next time. But hopefully, maybe we'll see some of the same guys. There were some legit great fights.
Yeah.
This wasn't like, oh, we're watching two little people go at it. These are people who they want to go at it. So once again, 386-675-2269, DeLand Boxing and Fitness to get your tickets. We're almost sold out.
And Trevor, you still, I mean, we talked about this before, you still work with people that maybe are battling some addictions and things like that, and you kind of help them get into boxing and forget the addiction, right? Is that still something that you work with?
Yeah, so that's my passion. I've been sober now for 12 years. What I did is I just working out was a big part of my recovery. And so please, if you're struggling with addiction, especially alcohol or drugs, please contact me. We can sit down. We can have a coffee. I can give you some ideas. I am you. I am an addict. I'm in recovery. I know how you think. I know how you feel. And I can give you ways that I got out of it. And actually, one of your listeners, I'm not going to mention his name, or probably a couple of people, but one in particular joined the gym and has been sober for quite a while now. And
He sent me that's the reason I'm bringing it up. He sent me an email and told me that how much you've helped him, and that he took one addiction for another, but he's addicted to boxing, and that's a much better thing to be addicted to.
Yeah.
And how he believes you saved his life. So I commend you on that. That's
Trevor's a good man.
That's awesome.
Good man.
Yes, Angel. Question for Trevor from DeLand Boxing.
Just getting a lot of love on the texting and a couple questions that people were texting in. Trevor, one is there an age limit to the kids that can come into your gym? What's the youngest age they can start at?
So 6 is the youngest. We have an awesome kids program for kids between the ages of 6 and 11. And the only reason that is that, we want them to have a good attention span where they're going to, really enjoy the class with the other kids. Our kids program is unique, absolutely unique, because I never knew why there wasn't a grading system for boxing like every other fight sport. And so I came up with it. Came up with a grading system for boxing, but we used hand wraps instead of belts. So it's very unique. 6 to 11 is the kids program, and then 12 and up, you can do the adult classes.
Trevor, always a pleasure,
Thank
buddy,
you, Trevor.
and good luck on Saturday. I know you're this out of your heart, and you want to see these kids, get an opportunity to actually box, and some are grown adults, right? They get actually a chance to actually get in the ring, and Carlos, you'll be hosting.
That's right. I'll be there from 2 to 6 p.m. this Saturday, March 9th at the DeLand Boxing match featuring some of the best and brightest stars in boxing. Thank you, Trevor.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on, and I'll see you guys and everybody out there at DeLand Middle School Saturday. And want to also shout out, PAL Police Athletic League, amazing. DeLand Police Athletic League, helping
That's a
all
good
the
thing
kids.
to be involved with.
We're partnered with them, so please, this is a chance for the PAL to make money, to open programs for kids.